topic of freedom and what it means to be free. And I'm not just speaking financially free. I'm thinking as in freedom in your mind. Knowing that you are free, so you're not stressed out. You don't think of things that are making you fall apart, feeling like you're stuck, and not even just being stuck, but not understanding that you are stuck as a person, And for a really long time, I was stuck at my dead-end job. And I believed for the longest that I needed to be there because that's what God gave me, That's what I thought that was my end goal. But for this sort of job, I wouldn't say that it was corrupt, but these people made you believe that this is your home, like this is where they want you to, this is where you should be, Obviously you don't know, I need to stop fucking saying that. But that was one of the biggest things for me, and one of the biggest things that helped me move on from a lot of trauma, a lot of, obviously childhood trauma, but a lot of things that, I shouldn't have worried about. Things that I, essentially had no meaning to me and my world, in my perspective. And there's a lot of people in the world that will suffer with that forever, And for example, drugs is a really big issue, and to some people that's their crutch, I guess. That's their, they can't live without it. They can't walk without it, And that's what I mean about freedom. As soon as you realize that you don't need these stuff, that you don't need, and I'm talking like goy slop, like garbage to obviously manipulate your mind and make you believe that this stuff is good and this stuff is what you need to live with. You need this to live, right? That's something that there's a lot of people in my life that couldn't help themselves but to stay in that, and I had to cut them off, and I had to, obviously, and I've grown from that. I had these people in my life, and I realized that I didn't need them, and that is really what held me back a lot. And now it's a lot different because those people, I don't, it's not that they've controlled my life, but just being around them, them emanating that negative aura, was enough for me to, I guess, not flourish, not bloom. And right now, I feel free. One of my biggest things, and it's not that I feel free, it's that I am free. I am free. I'm free from all of it. I'm free from the negativity. I'm free from the fear. I'm free from the not being able to push forward and not believe that I'm great, There's a lot of people that talk about, I've seen a lot of people talk about retard maxing. I like that topic. I like what they're trying to invoke, but I guess subconsciously you will retard max if you understand the meaning over it, and there's some things that you should not really even think about and just push forward with it when it comes to business things, when it comes to talking to people. Obviously women is a big thing for men, but sometimes you just have to do it, right? Because now you learn. Now if you learn what to say and not what to say, and what to do and to not what to do. So I do understand that aspect and I do like it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a term. And doing that essentially will pretty much help with your freedom. As soon as you're free from your mind and your heart, and you can live with your heart and you can live with your mind, and you can accept that some things that you do could be changed and do need change, and some things in your heart obviously want change and need the change. As soon as you can understand that, as soon as you can move forward with that and grow with that and have that blueprint to grow, you will grow. Same as believing in God and having God by your side. Doing that will obviously help you grow just as much. So some things you have to, some of the biggest things that you have to do is, it's going to take a lot of sacrificing. And you'll hear the word sacrifice and you'll feel like, oh, like, it's such a big word, yada yada yada. Like I don't want to like not do this anymore. You know what I mean? Sometimes all you have to do is cut it off, and your life will change. You will flourish from that. And there's a lot of people that won't, but the very little people that do, and the very little people that will, they will grow. They will flourish, and they will be as big as they want to be. So go ahead and let go of a lot of things that are taking up your mind, and put most of that stuff that you're putting that much thought process to, put it onto something else. And something that you really want to do, something that you've been wanting to do for so long. Our minds are so fucking innovative, and if you want to learn and grow with that, you will. You really will. Once you do that, it's just time. You'll start to pick up on things, see things, and you will grow from it. It'll just be easy for you to pay no mind to the negativity. Pay no mind to the useless things in the world. I get it, bro. This world is a lot of chaos. There's a lot wrong with the world. There's a lot of things that some people don't understand. Some people won't see it until they do their own research and realize that there is a lot of things to learn and see. There's levels to it. You'll start from I guess you could say like social media. They'll tell you like the very, very little stuff, like, I don't want to be anti-Semitic, but you guys know, or whoever is watching this that really knows, But if you focus on yourself, you focus on God, you focus on, I would say, your immediate family and the people that are actually pushing you up. After that, dude, there's absolutely nothing that you can't do. Absolutely nothing. You're fighting a battle that you won't ever win. A battle that you won't ever win. Because you're fighting with yourself. And you don't really understand that until you understand it. Fighting with yourself is just a circle. It's just a cycle. You're gonna get up, get back down, get up, and get back down. But once you realize that you are fighting with yourself, you'll break it. And after that, you can just do anything. So if you can work on that, then your possibilities and your attributes will grow. And that's the beauty of it. So yeah.